strength weakness question is bound to come up at any interview, and the best way to answer that is identify what your key strengths are and make sure that you answer that question very confidently. With regards to your weakness question, really focus on something that you have overcome in the past. So if, for example, you you were shy and you didn't like public speaking, for example, I'd recommend that you perhaps do a training course on it, and once you've achieved that training course and you've done another one, identify that as a weakness that you've overcome.
My tip on it would be 3 strengths. So pick out 3 strengths, and they have to be genuine. And don't just say the strength, give an example of it. So one of my strengths is my attention to detail, which means I'm very good if I'm proofreading something at picking up mistakes. So there's a little background to what the strength is. With your weakness, just 1 weakness. So 3 strengths, 1 weakness. And with your weakness, when you say it, talk about it, but talk about how it's both a negative and a positive. So for example, my biggest weakness is that I'm impatient. And obviously that can impact on others in terms of them getting frustrated with me wanting everything done quickly. However, the upside to that is that it does mean that things get done. And over time, what I've learned to do is manage how I interpret that with other people so that it doesn't frustrate them.
So you want to pick strengths that are completely relevant to the job, and you want to pick weaknesses that aren't relevant to the job. So let's say it's a customer service role you're going for. So your strength might be that you're passionate about problem solving. You wouldn't want to then say your weakness was impatience, because in a customer service role, that would really be a negative. So you want to choose something that isn't a deal breaker for that job.
You should focus on probably no less than 3 strengths, and they should be about your personal attributes, your soft skills, not your technical skills, and that you should be able to articulate examples of where they've been strengths for you, so specific ideas of where you've used them. In terms of weaknesses, don't focus on too many, and try to focus on ones which you have recognised in the past and try to adjust your skills to mitigate them. So in the past, perhaps you might have had trouble prioritising multiple tasks at once, but you've now got a good system in place to get you more organised when things get very busy.
Ideally, you need to think about the STAR model. So think about a situation, think about the task that you were asked to do, the action that you took, and the result of that action. That's often a good way to sort of break down, well, how would I answer a particular question?
The thing to remember about a job interview is it's all designed to uncover your weaknesses and your strengths. So while you might get an obvious question, tell us about your strengths and weaknesses, there might be a lot of other questions that are designed to uncover those things that may not be so overt. So you might get a question such as, tell me about a time when you were faced with a very angry customer, how did you handle it, and what was the result? So that would also uncover your strengths in that situation and perhaps the weaknesses if you're not careful.